Let's talk about the one mistake that you might be making that's costing you an enormous amount of potential income. Hey there, Amber Joy here with Influential Agent. As a coach, I've had the honor of working with hundreds of coaching clients, and regardless of their production level, I've noticed that they all had something in common. Most of them were making this one mistake that ultimately was keeping them from reaching their full potential in profitability. Not to mention, this mistake leads to a lot of frustration and burnout. Let me explain. Most agents who reached out to us were looking for coaching on establishing additional lead sources. They were looking to bring in more transactions. Now tell me if you can relate to that one in the comments. But in my conversation with these agents, I would always ask, well, what current lead sources are you working? And tell me a little bit about what your sphere of influence marketing plan looks like. And usually the reaction was something like, oh, I don't have to actively work Sphere. It's something that's just on automation. I have an automatic drip campaign and I send them an email every month, or maybe I send them an email every 2 weeks. I then ask them, well, when's the last time you had a conversation with your Sphere? So the number one mistake that could be costing you is that you aren't marketing to your Sphere consistently, or if you are, it's an automated program with little to no personal touches, or maybe you're unknowingly using outdated techniques. So let me tell you why this is the number one mistake that I see in most agents' businesses, and why this mistake is costing you an enormous amount of potential GCI. There's actually 2 reasons. Number one is that all leads, no matter what category they're coming from, when converted, lead to your sphere of influence, because now they're Mets. So this has to be the most rock solid and consistent marketing plan of all. Otherwise, it's like pouring water into a bathtub with holes in it. Number 2, if you have a sphere of 500 people and each of them knows 100 people, there are 50,000 opportunities for referrals. So before you tap into additional lead sources, you need to tap into the one that you already have, the warm audience that already knows you, likes you, and trusts you, but with a personalized and consistent plan that provides constant value, one that generates referrals. Now, your sphere knows more than one realtor. Heck, they might even know a handful of them. So you not only want their business, but you also want their referrals of their friends and family. And an automated system of boring canned emails isn't going to cut it. And sending out a monthly letter or a recipe card will also not set you apart as the market expert. And did you know that salespeople who actively seek out referrals earn 4 to 5 times more than those who don't? And according to the National Association of Realtors, 70% of an agent's income will come from their sphere of influence, also known as SOI. Now, let's look at what this mistake could be costing you in the terms of money, moolah. All right, if you have a sphere of 500, with a proper marketing plan, we would expect 20% to send you a referral each year. Now, when you calculate that, that is 100 hot leads a year. And even if only half of those converted, that's 50 sales a year just from your sphere of influence. Now you take your average commission times 50 sales, and in my area, that's $9,000 is the average GCI. So that's $450,000 a year in GCI that you could be missing out on. Wow. So instead of SOI, meaning sphere of influence, maybe from now on we should call it source of income. All right, now this is great news, because you don't have to be good at everything as a realtor. You need to be great at building strong relationships with your sphere, always providing value and staying top of mind. Isn't that awesome? Now, once you have that down, then if you want, you can add additional pipelines of leads. Not instead of marketing to your sphere, but in an effort to grow your sphere list larger. Now, I've spent years perfecting a system for my coaching clients that allows them to provide massive value to their sphere using the latest in technology that generates consistent referrals. And the best part is you won't have to call or feel like you're bothering them. So if you need help getting started, if you need a model and system around establishing a sphere marketing system that works to generate consistent pipeline of leads, then message me. I'm so passionate about this, you guys, that I'll even let you try my system for free for a limited time. Why? Because I've seen it transform so many lives from unpredictable income to building a consistent and profitable business, and I want the same for you. All right, I look forward to hearing from you, and I'll see you next time.